You know that feeling, right? Hunched over your keyboard, just starfing down lunch.
Barely tasting it.
Exactly. And then you hit that afternoon slump, feeling bloated, low energy.
Or maybe you're, scrolling your phone, mindlessly munching away.
And suddenly the bag's empty.
Yeah. And you're like, wait, did I even eat that? It happens to so many of us.
It really does. So today on the deep dive, we're diving into how to reclaim one of life's, basic pleasures, eating.
And look, this isn't about some crazy new diet or a list of complicated rules. Not at all.
Right.
Our mission today is really to unpack this idea of mindful eating. It's a practice, actually, that can fundamentally shift your whole relationship with food.
Shift it how?
Well, it can bring some pretty profound benefits. We're talking physical health, definitely, but also mental clarity, emotional well-being. It touches on a lot.
Okay.
We've gathered insights from health experts, psychologists, even Zen teachers to give you practical habits, stuff you can actually start doing today.
So get ready to find out how paying attention to how you eat might be just as important, maybe even more important, than obsessing over what you eat.
It can lead to feeling more satisfied, definitely better digestion, and honestly, just a more joyful experience with food.
Okay, let's get into it. All right, mindful eating. It sounds simple enough, but I have a feeling it's something a lot of us are missing out on in our day-to-day. What exactly is it? More than just eating slowly, right?
Oh, absolutely. It goes way deeper than just slowing your pace. Mindful eating is really about bringing your full awareness, like all of your attention, to your meal.
Full awareness.
Yeah. Being totally present with the food, engaging all your senses, what you see, what you smell, the textures, the taste, even the sounds of eating, like the crunch.
Even sound.
Yeah, and doing it without judgment, without criticizing yourself. And maybe most importantly, tuning into your body's own signals. Hunger, fullness. It's really a practice, a way of being with your food. It's not another set of rules to follow.
So if that's mindful eating,
Yeah.
it kind of sounds like what most of us do is the opposite, like mindless eating.
Precisely. That's the default mode for so many people, isn't it? Mindless eating. It's when we eat out of habit, maybe, or because we feel bored or stressed or anxious, not because we're actually physically hungry.
Right, like eating lunch while answering emails.
Exactly, or munching in front of the TV, or eating while you're driving, or just grabbing something because it's there, the open bag of chips on the counter.
Guilty.
It's that sort of zoned out state, almost like being in a trance. You're just following old patterns or responding to things around you, not your own body. The food just kind of disappears.
Describes way too many of my meals, unfortunately. But okay, beyond just like feeling better afterwards, what's the actual science here? Why does being mindful or mindless make such a big difference in our bodies?
Okay, this is fascinating. Most people don't realize this, but your digestion doesn't actually start when you swallow the food.
No. When does it start?
It kicks off before you even take the first bite. Seriously. Just the smell of food cooking or seeing something delicious that can trigger your body to start producing digestive juices. Your brain is basically sending a signal telling your stomach and intestines, all right, get ready, food's coming. It primes the whole system.
Wow. Okay. And chewing, I remember my grandma always saying, your stomach doesn't have teeth. She must have been onto something.
Your grandma was a wise woman. She was absolutely right. The stomach has no teeth. So when we just gulp down food practically whole...
Which we do when we rush?
Exactly. We're essentially making our digestive system work way, way harder than it needs to. The key is chewing thoroughly, like really thoroughly. Aim for maybe 20, even 30 chews per bite.
20 to 30, that sounds like a lot.
It does, but think about it. You want the food to be almost liquid. This lets the enzymes in your saliva start breaking down carbohydrates right there in your mouth. That makes nutrient absorption much easier later on. I actually tried this consciously with Brussels sprouts, once food I thought I didn't love. Chewing them properly. Totally different taste. Better, actually. It was quite a revelation.
That's amazing. Such a simple thing. And what about our brain? You mentioned stress earlier. That whole fight or flight thing must play a role too.
Oh, hugely. Think about your mental state when you eat. If you're stressed, rushing, feeling anxious, your body kicks into fight or flight mode. That's the sympathetic nervous system.
Survival mode.
Right. And evolutionarily, if a tiger was chasing you, digesting lunch wasn't the top priority. So your body literally redirects blood flow away from your digestive organs.
Away? Where does it go?
To your muscles, your brain places needed for immediate survival. So that same lovely lasagna eaten when you're stressed might cause indigestion, bloating, heartburn.
Okay, that makes sense.
But if you eat that same lasagna when you're calm, relaxed, letting your rest and digest system, the parasympathetic system, take over.
Then digestion works properly.
Exactly. Blood flows to the gut, enzyme production increases, everything works smoothly and efficiently. Being calm is key.
So me eating lunch while frantically typing emails, my body is literally pulling resources away from digesting that food. No wonder I feel so heavy and bloated later.
It explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I bet rushing means we eat too much too, right? Before our
Yes.
brain gets the message.
Precisely. There's a delay. It takes about 20 minutes for your body's fullness hormones, like leptin, to signal your brain, okay, we've had enough.
20 minutes.
Roughly, yeah. So if you inhale your meal in 5 minutes, you completely bypass that signal. Your brain hasn't caught up. You keep eating past the point of actual fullness, leading to overeating and that really uncomfortable stuffed feeling.
Like the gas gauge in your car being delayed.
Exactly like that. You overfill the tank before the gauge tells you it's full.
Okay, so let's bring this all together. What are the big picture benefits? If we actually manage to eat more mindfully, what changes?
The transformations can be really significant. First off, improved digestion, less bloating, less discomfort. That's a big one for many people.
Definitely.
Then there's reduced overeating. You start naturally controlling portions better because you learn to recognize when you're truly satisfied, not just stuffed to the brim.
Satisfied, not stuffed. I like that distinction.
It's key. Mindful eating also helps you untangle physical hunger from emotional triggers, so less emotional eating.
Ah, the comfort food trap.
Right. And beyond the physical, you actually start enjoying food more. You fully experience the flavors, the textures, the aromas. It becomes a richer experience.
Makes sense.
Ultimately, it contributes to better overall well-being, more mental clarity, less stress, and you develop a healthier, much less guilt-ridden relationship with food. It's about freedom, really, not restriction.
Okay, we've covered the what and the why. The science is compelling. The benefits sound amazing. But let's get practical. How do we actually do this? What's the first step, maybe even before we take a bite?
Great question. The very first step is simply to pause. Just pause and check in with yourself.
Checking how?
Before you even pick up your fork or spoon, take a moment. Connect with your body. Notice your breath. Ask yourself honestly, am I actually hungry right now?
Or am I just bored, stressed?
Exactly. Or is it just lunchtime? Is it habit? You could even try using a simple hunger scale, say 1 to 10. 1 is starving, 10 is Thanksgiving full. Aim to start eating around a 3 or 4 and stop around a 6 or 7.
Okay, a hunger scale. That's concrete.
And just notice, too, any physical sensations or emotions that are present. No judgment, just awareness.
I like that a pre-meal check-in. It sets the intention. Are there any, simple rituals we could do to help shift gears? From busy work mode to eating mode?
Absolutely. Simple things work best. Maybe just take 3 deep, slow breaths before you start. It really helps shift your focus.
Okay, 3 breaths. I can do that.
Or take a slow sip of water or tea first. Maybe even a quick stretch before you sit down. And another powerful thing, a moment of gratitude.
Gratitude for the food.
Yeah, just briefly acknowledging the journey it took from the farm, the preparation, everything, and appreciating the nourishment it offers. It sounds small, but it can really change your whole mindset towards the meal.
Okay, stage set. We've checked in, maybe taken a breath. Now the food's in front of us. How do we stay in the moment? What's the number one thing to do during the meal?
Eliminate distractions. Honestly, this is probably the single most crucial piece.
The screen.
The screens. Turn them off. Phone, TV, computer off, or at least put away. Commit to eating at a table if possible, not at your desk or on the sofa.
That's a tough one for many people.
It is, but the research is clear. Distracted eating can lead you to eat 25% more calories. And you remember less about having eaten, which is weird.
Wow, 25%.
Yeah. So create a calm space if you can. Maybe some soft music, dim the lights a bit. Anything that helps you focus on the food, not everything else demanding your attention.
Okay. No screens. I get it. It's important. But like you said, it's such a habit for so many, eating while watching something. How do we break that? And then how do we actually slow down and savor? That seems to be where the real magic is.
Breaking the habit takes conscious effort, for sure. Maybe start small. Just 1 meal a day, screen-free, maybe breakfast.
Baby steps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you've minimized distractions, then you can really engage your senses. Look at the food, the colors, the shapes. Smell it. Really inhale the aroma. Notice any memories that come up. Then, when you take a bite, Really focus on the taste, how it changes, the textures as you chew. A great technique is the fork down technique.
Fork down?
Yeah. Put your fork or spoon down completely between each bite. Don't pick it up again until you've fully chewed and swallowed that bite. It forces a pause.
That sounds challenging but effective.
It really is. Or try eating with your non-dominant hand. That naturally slows you down. Studies even show it can reduce how much you eat by about 30%.
30% just from switching hands. Wild.
It is. The key phrase here is pace, don't race. You can even try asking yourself, like, 2 adjectives to describe the food before each bite. Okay, this bite is crunchy and savory. It creates that little mindful pause.
That seems like it would really help tune into those fullness signals we talked about instead of just clearing the plate automatically.
Absolutely. That's the goal, learning to recognize when you are satisfied, that comfortable, gentle feeling, not just full and definitely not stuffed.
And it's okay to leave food.
Totally okay. It's actually a sign you're listening to your body. Leaving food on your plate when you're satisfied helps you learn your body's appropriate portion sizes. It's about respecting your body, not about restriction or waste in that moment.
Okay. And what about after the meal? Is there a mindful way to finish?
Yes, definitely. The awareness doesn't stop with the last bite. Just take a moment afterwards. Notice how your body feels.
Like physically?
Yeah. Do you feel energized? Heavy? Comfortably satisfied? Sluggish? Did that particular meal agree with you? This reflection builds that long-term awareness. You start learning how different foods and eating styles really affect you. It kind of closes the loop.
We've covered a lot of ground. But here's where things can get, well, really tricky, right? Because often when we reach for food, it's not actually about physical hunger. It's tied up with emotions.
Oh, absolutely. This is a huge challenge for so many people, the emotional eating cycle.
How do we even tell the difference? Physical versus emotional hunger.
It takes practice, but there are clues. Physical hunger usually comes on gradually. You might feel stomach pangs, low energy, maybe a little lightheaded. It's a biological need.
Okay.
Emotional hunger often hits suddenly. It feels urgent. And it's usually for specific comfort foods, right? Like you don't just feel hungry, you feel like you need ice cream or pizza or chocolate.
The craving.
Exactly. And it's driven by feelings, stress, boredom, sadness, loneliness, anxiety, not by an empty stomach. There was a survey, I think, by the American Psychological Association that found something like 38% of adults admit to overeating because of stress.
Wow, that many.
Yeah. Food becomes a coping mechanism. It offers temporary comfort or distraction, but it doesn't solve the underlying feeling.
So knowing that,
Yeah.
how do we actually cope with that pull? When you feel stressed and the first instinct is to grab the cookies.
Okay, there's a really helpful technique called SWAP. It's an acronym.
SWAP. Okay, what's it stand for?
S is for say how you feel. Actually name the emotion. I feel stressed right now. I'm feeling bored. If you realize you are physically hungry, okay, eat mindfully. If not,
Then move to W.
right, W is wait, just create a small gap, a pause between the urge and the action. Count to 5, take a few breaths, imagine pressing pause.
Create some space.
Exactly. Then A is address the feeling, not the food. This is key. Ask yourself, what do I really need right now? If you're stressed, maybe you need calm. If lonely, connection. Find a non-food way to soothe yourself.
And P.
P is pursue another activity. Have a list ready, maybe even physically written down, of things that help you feel better without involving calories, like taking a hot bath, putting on music you love, calling a friend, doing some stretching, stepping outside for fresh air. There are tons of options.
Having that list ready seems crucial so you're not trying to think of something in the moment.
It really helps. It takes the decision-making pressure off.
What about those really intense cravings, though? The ones that feel like an emergency, like I need chocolate now.
Yeah, those can feel overwhelming. For those, you could try the AAAA approach, another acronym.
Okay, 5 A's. Lay 'em on me.
First A, acknowledge. Just notice it. Okay, I'm having a strong craving for chocolate. Second A, accept. Don't fight it or judge it. It's okay. It's just a feeling, a thought, a sensation. It's not a command.
Except it's there.
Third A, alert. Tune into what you're actually feeling, physically and emotionally. What's underneath the craving? Fourth A, await. Just wait. Ride the wave. Cravings often peak and then subside if you don't feed them immediately.
Just wait it out.
Often, yes. Or at least let the intensity lessen. And the final A, awareness. If you do still choose to eat the chocolate, do it mindfully, slowly savoring it rather than guiltily gobbling it down.
Mindful chocolate eating. I like the sound of that.
It's possible.
Mhm.
And interestingly, some foods might actually help buffer stress over time. Things like dark chocolate in moderation, oatmeal, citrus fruits, spinach, salmon, even black tea or pistachios. They have nutrients that can support mood and stress response.
Good to know. Okay, these are great tools for when we're on our own. But what about real life, social situations, busy days? It feels like the world conspires against mindful eating sometimes.
That's a really practical point. It's true. Social events, holidays, busy work lunches.
Yeah, and food pushers. You know, the relative who insists you have seconds or thirds.
Ah, yes, the food pushers. Humor can be your best friend there. A polite but firm, "Oh my goodness, no thank you, I'm absolutely stuffed, I feel like a turkey already," usually works.
Huh?
Or deflect by asking for the recipe. "That was amazing, could I get the recipe?" It shifts the focus. And remember, their comments are often about their relationship with food, not yours. You don't owe anyone an explanation for listening to your own body.
Good reminder. And just busy schedules in general, when you barely have time to eat at all.
Mindful eating doesn't have to be an hour-long meditation session. Start small. Seriously small. Pick one meal a day, maybe the least rushed one. Or even just aim for one mindful bite during a busy lunch.
One mindful bite.
Yeah, just pause, chew slowly, really taste that one bite. It's still practice. And planning helps. Packing balanced snacks can prevent you from getting ravenous and making less mindful choices later. It's always about progress, not achieving some perfect state.
Progress, not perfection. Okay. And what about our environment? Does setting up our kitchen or workspace differently help?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Subtle but powerful. Make the mindful choice the easy choice. Put healthy, nourishing foods, fruits, veggies, nuts where you can easily see them and reach them. Front of the fridge, bowl on the counter.
Make the good stuff obvious.
Exactly.
Wow.
And maybe keep the more tempting treats less visible. Out of sight, in an opaque container, on a higher shelf. We tend to eat what's right in front of us, so a little environmental design can nudge us towards more mindful choices without much effort. Hashtag, tag, outro go.
Wow. This deep dive has really shown that mindful eating is, well, it's so much more than just another diet trend, isn't it?
It really is. It's less about rules and more about cultivating awareness.
Yeah.
And compassion. A compassion for yourself in the process.
Yeah.
But just slowing down, tuning into your body, using your senses, you really can transform eating from something rushed or stressful into something genuinely nourishing and honestly pleasurable.
It sounds like reclaiming a fundamental part of being human.
I think so. And remember, it's a journey. It's about progress. Nobody eats mindfully 100% of the time, and that's completely okay. It's about consistent effort and being kind to yourself along the way.
So here's a thought to leave you with. Imagine your week ahead. What if just one meal each day, just one, was approached with this kind of full presence? How might that small shift start to ripple out, affecting your energy, maybe your mood, your overall sense of well-being? What's one tiny step you could choose to take at your very next meal just to be a little more present?
Think about that. Carry this awareness with you. We hope this deep dive is giving you some valuable tools and insights.
Thanks for joining us. We look forward to continuing these explorations into living a more informed and empowered life.